Do you know someone that's preparing for an internship interview? Are you preparing for your very first interview as an intern and you're not sure exactly what to say? Well, I've got 5 tips for you to help you advance through that internship interview. hmm So, hello everyone. Welcome to Talentsmiths Lunch and Learn with Janet Smith. I'm your host, Janet Smith. With over 20 years as a human resources professional in the recruitment industry, I love to give tips on how to sharpen your skills in your career. So, I've got 5 tips for you to get through that interview with some questions and some tips. Let's go ahead and get started so I can give you the tools that you need. So, I'm going to share my screen with you and go to our very first question here, which is a very common question that you are going to hear, likely if you're starting out or if you're a pro at interviewing. The very first question is typically, tell me about yourself. And my tip for you on this is when you are interviewing for an internship, you want to get to the point and get to the company. What do I mean by this? You want to keep it short and sweet. You don't want to go into a very long story, but you do want to give them details about yourself and about your experience. So tell them about yourself, tell them about your school, your major, and tie it back to the company. So, for example, yes, my name is Janet Smith. I am a student at XYZ University. My major is finance. And I've actually heard some of my other interns that have interned with you rave over how your company, and then fill in the blanks to what you've heard. Or you can say something like, I've heard other students refer to your company on campus. So you want to tell them about your school, your major, and tie it back to the company. Okay. So next question is very common. What is your biggest weakness? So with this, my tip for you is to show how you actively improve yourself and your skills. So for example, you can be honest with them about your weaknesses. Honesty and being strategic as well. So, but you do want to give your employers a true picture of you. If you are totally honest with them, it's going to create a trust factor between you. So if you are someone that gets short with people when you get angry, that's a weakness of yours. If you're someone that wears your heart on your sleeve, that's a weakness too. If you are someone that doesn't plan your day out as early as you would like, that is a weakness. And if organizing is not your strong suit, that is also a weakness. So, my suggestion to you would be to go with the organizing is not your strong suit as the weakness that you share. But you can say, organizing is not my strong suit, but here are 3 things that I'm working on to better myself. This shows them that you're human. You have weaknesses, but you are still doing things to progress yourself. So the next question you might have could be, name a time when you've had to work with a person that you didn't get along with, and how did you handle the situation? So what the employer is really looking for here, the tip for you to realize is that employers want to hire people that can handle their stress. So for example, you can say you can pull from your experience in college and say that you've worked on several projects, several group projects, and you've dealt with people that you wouldn't necessarily spend your free time with if you didn't have to, but you're able to handle yourself and handle the situation so that you can complete the project together. So that tells them that, one, you're not coming into them telling them that you get along with everyone, because no one gets along with everyone. Everyone can have a very good demeanor, but there can be stressful situations because personalities can clash. But you've just showed them that you are someone that realizes situations, you can handle the stress in situations, and pursue forward on the path to completing that project. The next question. For example, what is something that you have received criticism for in the past? You might get this question, so let's look at how you can answer it. So, a tip for you as I go too fast: employers want to hire people that can be flexible and refocus their efforts. So, for example, if you are pulling from your experience, you can say something like, it's best to share a story. It's actually best to share a story. So you can share a story and say something like, there was a project that you worked on in the past and you assumed the details and got off track on the project. But then you later realized that there were questions that you didn't ask, and you went back and asked those questions and had a clearer picture of the project. And that way you were able to finish the task, refocus and finish the task and do a great job in it. So really, this just kind of helps them to get insight into how you handle things on your projects. So making assumptions, of course, is not the best policy, but if that is something that you have done in the past or that you do, it's good to know that if you're on a track, if it's not on a good track, you are able to readjust and refocus your efforts and get back on track. So employers want to know that you can be flexible and you can refocus your efforts, get on track, and stay on track as well. So that's okay. So you can say after all that, now I know that I need to ask questions before starting a project so that I can ensure that I am on track and on task and that project will be done on time. Next question. Why do you want this internship? What does the employer want to know? They want to know that you're passionate. They want to know that you are prepared. So show passion and show your preparation. They're hiring you as an intern because of your energy, because of your vibrant energy. You're going to bring energy and life to the company. Energy, not shenanigans. You're going to bring energy into the company. So you can say something like, well, I've wanted to work here for a long time. This has always been a priority of mine, working for this company. And I'm very passionate about the way that your company promotes blah, 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 whatever the case may be for that particular company. Or you've read the press release of the company and you're excited about their new discovery in fill in the blank. Or you've read some executive bios from the company team, the company executive team, and you're thrilled about the experience of and fill in the blank. So a little preparation goes a long, long way. Hopefully these tips will be good for you and you can practice them. Practice makes improvement. It doesn't make perfect. Practice makes for better improvement. So good luck with you. You have got this. So practice makes for a better interview. So I definitely want you to go ahead and interview with confidence. And I encourage you to review and review and review the questions and get your own answers formulated. Not to get a scripted answer, but to have some bullet points and to have an idea of what type of questions you might be asked in your internship interview. Thanks for watching. Continue to watch or stay tuned for some additional tips on interviewing at different stages in your career. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. Talentsmiths would love to see you there. Thanks for watching. Go interview with confidence. You've got this.